Have you ever felt like someone you like wasn't paying attention to you? It's like a sudden cloud of gloom descends and you're lost in a world of rejection. Those tough emotions can really knock you down, but don't let them. Stoicism reminds us that we can always choose how we react. Instead of letting rejection knock you down, see it as a chance to grow and show your true mettle. In today's video, we'll talk about how to turn rejection on its head and make that special someone sit up and take notice of you. It's not about playing games or putting others down. It's about using your psychological savvy and resilience to get their attention and leave an unforgettable impression. Let's learn how to turn being turned down into a chance for success and more confidence. You'll learn how to use every setback to move forward in your relationships and life at the end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help us out and share your stories in the comments. Your ideas could help someone else. Let's begin this trip. 1. Put her out of your mind. If a woman ignores you, a good Stoic practice is to just put her out of your mind. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings or acting like the situation doesn't affect you. It means focusing on things that matter and that you can control, like your own growth. First, take a moment to think about your own goals again. What are you working toward? What accomplishments would make you proud? Writing these down and making plans for how to reach them can quickly shift your attention from what's bothering you to what's making you want to try new things or get better at things you already do, like playing the guitar. Hobbies like cooking or joining a sports team aren't just things to pass the time. They're investments in your happiness and skills. They fill your time with joy and personal growth, which is fun. Remember that the people who always have your back are part of Stoicism. Spending time with family and friends can help you feel like you fit and strengthen these relationships. Self-reflection is another important practice that helps us remember that being ignored by someone doesn't change our worth or our ability to be loved. Take some time to think about your virtues and how you can improve them. For example, are you as patient, kind, or brave as you'd like to be? Stoicism teaches us that our character is the most important thing we can change and the only thing we should ever work on. By changing your focus in these ways, you start to live by the Stoic principle that outside events, like being ignored, shouldn't affect our inner peace or happiness. You start to understand that her ignoring you doesn't really change how valuable you are, or putting her out of your mind isn't about denial. It's a proactive way to get your peace back and focus your energy where it matters. Remember that you have the power to choose where your attention goes, and focusing on happiness and personal growth is always a good idea. Choice number 2. Don't react emotionally. Stoicism teaches us the value of controlling our reactions and staying calm no matter what. If a woman ignores you, it's your chance to show her and yourself that you have strength of character and confidence. If she doesn't answer your messages or seems distant when you're together, it might feel like a personal slight. But remember that reacting emotionally will only make the situation worse. Instead, try talking to her calmly and politely. "Hey, I've noticed you seem a bit distant. Is everything okay?" Will go a long way. This shows that you're paying attention and caring, but also that you're grounded and not jumping to conclusions. If she continues to ignore you, keep your cool. This is where true Stoic principles shine. Stoics say that we should focus on the things we can control, like our own actions and attitudes. For example, you can't change how she acts, but you can change how you react by staying calm and not getting angry or frustrated. By doing this, you are practicing Stoic endurance and keeping your inner peace even when outside things happen. Moreover, use this opportunity to reflect on yourself. Engage in activities that enrich your life and bring you joy, regardless of her acknowledgement. This isn't just about showing her that you're strong and confident. It's about truly feeling that way. You're demonstrating that your self-worth isn't tied to how others treat you. And if the situation doesn't change, remember that Stoicism also teaches us the dignity of letting go. If continuous efforts to engage are met with indifference, it might be a sign to step back and reassess. This isn't a defeat, but a strategic decision to invest your energy where it is appreciated and reciprocated. Number 3, ignore her back. When a woman you're interested in decides to ignore you, your initial reaction might be to respond in kind. Ignore her back. This might seem a bit odd at first, but it's actually rooted in showing respect for yourself and your own values, which is a core principle of Stoicism. Let's say you send a text and don't get a reply, or you're in the middle of a conversation and the other person suddenly changes the topic. It's tempting to keep pushing for their attention. However, choosing instead to not follow up with more texts or simply moving the conversation forward on your own terms isn't just about making them pay for their actions. It's also about protecting your own peace and not letting other people's actions bother you. Here is one more example. If she ignores your comments in a group chat, don't yell for her attention. Instead, politely take a step back and talk to other people who value your contributions or find them interesting. Value in listening to the talk without saying anything. This doesn't mean you're putting up with disrespect. It means you're practicing stoic endurance, choosing not to be affected by outside events and keeping your cool in public situations. It can be empowering to kindly excuse yourself and move on if you feel ignored. It shows that your self-worth isn't based on how other people treat you. This method not only protects your self-respect, but it also sends the message that you're not someone who can be ignored by choosing not to participate in the behavior that makes you feel disrespected. You're following the Stoic advice to focus on what you can control and not let other things affect your actions or emotions. You're showing by your actions that you value yourself enough not to put up with bad treatment without making a scene or lowering yourself to the same level. It's not about hurting people's feelings or playing mind games. To live with Stoic dignity, you have to choose to keep your peace and show that you are strong enough to walk away from people who aren't polite. Finding strength in self-respect and peace in the face of lack of interest. Number 4. Have fun outside. Stoicism doesn't tell us to ignore our feelings. Instead, it tells us to deal with them by doing things that make us feel better. For example, if a woman is ignoring you, instead of dwelling on it, why not focus on something fun? It could be as simple as watching a funny movie, going to the basketball court, or going for a peaceful walk in the park. These activities aren't just distractions. They're reminders that you can make your own happiness without other people's actions or attention. Including friends in your plans can make the good effects even stronger. Friends can lift your mood, give you new ideas, and remind you of how valuable you are through their company and support. You can visit new places, do new things, and even make new memories with them. Stoic thought is based on this idea of social connection. It's about building and respecting the community you have, which makes you stronger against bad feelings. If you're still feeling down, try doing something different. For example, go to a new restaurant, see live music, or join a local meetup that interests you. These activities will do more than just take your mind off of being ignored. They will also help you meet new people and open up new friendships and opportunities. Stoicism tells us to live in the present and make the most of every situation. Sometimes that means leaving our comfort zone to learn new things about ourselves and about life. So the next time someone ignores you, remember that it's a chance to reconnect with what makes you want to go out, have fun, and be involved in life. This will not only help you deal with the immediate feelings of rejection, but it will also build your character and your life's joy in a way that fits with Stoic values. Have fun on the trip. Think about the good things in your life and let them fill it with events that make you feel good about yourself and your happiness. 5. Build your social standing. One powerful way to deal with being ignored is to work on your social standing. This isn't about getting approval, it's about building your self-worth and presence in your community. This fits well with Stoic ideas of self-improvement and independence. By doing good things to improve your social standing, you're not only making yourself more appealing to others, but you're also strengthening your own self-respect and confidence. So what does this look like in real life? Before you do anything else, you should take care of your body and mind. Regular workouts at the gym are good for you and boost your confidence, making you feel strong and full of energy. Getting into a new hobby or learning a new skill doesn't just pass the time. It also makes you smarter and gives you something to talk about, whether you're learning a new language, making foreign food, or playing an instrument. These things will make your life better and make you a more well-rounded person. Focusing on your job by getting new certifications or taking on difficult projects can raise your status at work and in your field. Networking is very important because it puts you in touch with people who can help, give you advice, and support you. Chances for growth. Remember that your work history shapes who you are, showing how dedicated and skilled you are. Volunteering is another great way to improve your social standing. It shows that you care about others and want to help something bigger than yourself, which are all beautiful traits that will make you stand out and connect you deeply with your community, showing that you truly believe in Stoic values. You can also use social media as a business tool. For example, if you want to share your accomplishments, hobbies, and experiences, like a recent hike, you could write a post about it, a professional achievement or an amateur event. By focusing on these areas, you're creating an image of someone who is busy, interested, and involved. This isn't about bragging. It's about sharing your world with others and letting them see the many sides of you. You're basically creating a full and interesting life that is hard to ignore. You're also following the Stoic philosophy of focusing on what you can control, like your actions and your growth, instead of worrying about how other people see you. Number 6. Stoic philosophy says that our worth is not based on other people's approval, but on our own virtues and actions. So when a woman ignores you, don't run away or feel down. Instead, take the chance to show her how valuable you are by showing off your intelligence, wit, and charm. It's not so much about proving something to her as it is about staying true to your own character and excellence. For example, if she brings up a subject you know a lot about in a group setting, feel free to join the conversation. Share your thoughts in a way that makes the talk better. It's not about bragging about what you know. It's about making a real difference, which is one of our core values. Value of stern. A funny thing can also help. If she makes a sarcastic comment about you, responding with a clever and light-hearted retort can show that you're strong and can handle social pressures without getting upset. This is in line with the Stoic ideal of not letting outside events disturb your inner peace. For example, if she brings up a topic you know a lot about in a group setting, jump right into the discussion. Share your thoughts in a way that adds something useful to the talk. It's not about bragging about how smart you are, it's about making a real difference, which is a core Stoic value. Having fun is another strong tool. If she says something sarcastic to you, replying with something clever and funny can show that you are strong and can handle social pressures without getting upset. This is similar to the Stoic ideal of not letting outside events upset your inner peace. Being a good listener is another important way to show your worth. If she's talking, pay close attention and respond with thoughtful comments or questions. This shows that you value the conversation and value her point of view, even if it seems like she's not treating you with the same respect and dignity. By showing these traits, you're not just trying to get her attention, you're practicing Stoic principles of self-respect and integrity. It's about knowing your worth and being willing to share it with others, no matter how they initially responded to you. So the next time you feel ignored, remember that your worth doesn't go down because someone didn't care about you. Keep being your best self and let your actions speak volumes about who you are. This way, you can keep your cool and show that you're not someone who can be easily ignored. The end of number 7. It's not mean or passive-aggressive to cut off all contact. It's about respecting yourself and saving your emotional energy. If you've reached out and haven't received a response, or if attempts to connect are consistently met with silence, it might be time to pull back. This means stopping the texts and calls and limiting interactions if you see her in person. It's about taking a step back, not to manipulate or provoke a reaction, but to give yourself the peace you deserve. For example, if you're used to sending her messages and she hasn't replied, don't keep sending them hoping for a different outcome. Also, if you call her and she doesn't answer, don't keep calling. This isn't just to show her that you won't stand being ignored. It's also to show yourself that you value your own worth enough not to chase after someone who isn't returning your calls in social situations. If you happen to be in the same circle, you don't have to go out of your way to talk to her. You can just politely notice her presence if you need to. Pay attention to other things and spend time with friends and other people who enjoy being with you. This isn't about avoiding her out of spite. It's about putting your energy into more positive relationships. There is a lot of power in the Stoic view here. We shouldn't let outside actions upset our inner peace, so we should cut ties with them. You're following the Stoic discipline of detachment, not as a way to punish yourself or be angry, but as a way to focus on what makes your life better and keeps you calm. Remember that this method is meant to help you keep your dignity and peace of mind. It's a way to take care of yourself so that you don't keep getting hurt or sidetracked by someone else's lack of engagement. Do what you believe in. The strong way to find happiness is to surround yourself with positive people and keep living a life you're proud of. Stoicism says that number 8, don't beg for her attention. Instead, focus on what really counts and let go of what doesn't. Our sense of self-worth should never depend on someone else's attention or approval, so if a woman ignores your texts, don't send more in the hopes of getting a response. Instead, take a step back, think about why you feel the need to get her attention, and remind yourself of your own worth and abilities. If you do send more texts, do so from a place of strength and self-confidence. If she texts you after a long silence, respond with something like, "No problem." You're not just sitting around waiting for her if you say, "I've been keeping busy with my own projects." This shows that your life is full and satisfying even without her in it. Focus on living your best life and letting your actions speak for themselves. Do things you enjoy, spend time with people who make you feel good, and keep growing as a person and in your career. When you think about these good things in your life, they naturally boost your confidence and show others, including her, that you live a full and active life by showing that you're happy with or without her attention. You're living by Stoic principles. Your strength is clear. It's not about making her feel like she's missing out. It's about enjoying your life and being happy with your own pursuits. Remember that Stoicism doesn't teach us to be emotionless or to ignore our feelings. It teaches us how to deal with them in healthy, constructive ways. Keep your dignity, respect her choice to focus on other things, and keep investing in yourself. This approach doesn't just make you more attractive to others, it also makes your own life better, which is the ultimate goal. Number 9. Disprove her beliefs. When she ignores you, maybe because she has a false idea about who you are or what you can do, now is the perfect time to show her the real you. Stoicism tells us not to care what other people think and to live our lives based on our real nature and virtues. If a woman thinks you don't know enough about a subject, for example, find a natural way to share your thoughts and understanding when the subject comes up. This isn't about bragging or being pushy. It's about gently clearing up misunderstandings through your actions and knowledge. If she thinks you're boring, surprise her, and maybe even yourself, by trying new things or telling stories about your experiences that show how unique and deep you are. This could be anything from your latest adventure. If you talk about a book that changed your mind or a hobby you love, showing her your wide range of interests and skills can easily change how she sees you. Over time, though, it's important to remember that Stoicism also teaches us the value of detachment from external approval. If she keeps ignoring you no matter what you do, it's important not to take it personally. This is easier said than done, but it's about focusing on your own growth and self-improvement instead of trying to win her attention or approval. Develop yourself for your own happiness and satisfaction, not just to change someone else's mind. For example, if you've tried to share and connect but are still being ignored, focus on your own goals and self-reflection. Work on the parts of your personality you want to get better at, like being patient, resilient, or kind. Focusing on personal virtue is in line with Stoic ideas, and make sure that you are becoming a better person no matter how she reacts. In a Stoic sense, proving her wrong isn't about a big show of your worth, but a quiet, consistent showing of your true self through your actions and choices. Remember that your worth doesn't rely on how well she likes you. It depends on how honestly and morally you live your life. Keep your mind on number 10. Let your life speak for itself and be proud of what you've done. Keep quiet around her. Stoicism tells us to think about our actions and respond in a way that is in line with our values instead of reacting out of anger or hurt. If a woman ignores your messages and you're thinking about not responding to hers, ask yourself what you want to achieve with this silence. To regain a sense of control, or to let her know that you feel ignored. If you decide to delay your response, do so as a form of self-reflection rather than punishment. For example, if she texts you after a period of silence, don't rush to reply or ignore her out of spite. Instead, take some time to think about why she might have been silent and what you want from the interaction. This pause isn't just about making her wonder. It's about giving yourself the time to respond thoughtfully. When you do reply, keep it short and polite, not as a game, but as a reflection of your self-respect and intention. Tell them, "Hi, I saw you reached out. I've been working on some personal projects and thinking about the times we've talked. How are you?" This shows that you're calm and not desperate, and that you're also willing to have a useful conversation. The Stoic way of looking at this isn't about hiding your thoughts or ignoring what's going on. You should control your responses in a way that respects your own worth and the other person's possible reasons for their behavior. You should show that you value yourself and will not act in ways that threaten your peace. 11th, do not let her see you having a hard time. If a woman is ignoring you, know that you can't make her pay attention to you. The important thing is to stay calm and carry on with your life as normal. This doesn't mean ignoring how you feel, though. Stoicism isn't about hiding your feelings. It's about handling them well. For example, if she ignores your text message or social interactions, keep your response light and calm. This shows that you're not affected on the outside, not because you don't feel hurt by rejection, but because you choose not to let it affect your behavior or sense of self-worth. You're still the confident, self-assured person you've always been. This doesn't mean you should act like nothing happened. It just means you shouldn't let it show in your interactions with her. Being rude or angry won't help. It might even reinforce any negative ideas she may have about you or make things worse when they don't need to be. Instead, your calm demeanor can serve as a subtle reminder of your maturity and stability, which are highly valued in any relationship. Focusing on the parts of your life that you can improve and enjoy, regardless of her approval, is what this Stoic attitude means. Do things that make you happy, spend time with friends who make you feel good, and keep learning and growing professionally and personally. These things will help you become more independent and strong. By being nice and respectful to others, you'll be following another Stoic principle. Virtue is the only good. No matter how other people treat you, every interaction is a chance to be the best version of yourself. It's a chance to practice Stoicism by staying calm and focused on your own life. This approach not only protects your dignity, but also shows that you are strong and calm in the face of indifference. Keep living your best life and let your peace and strength speak for themselves. Thanks for staying with us until the end of this interesting story. Today on Journey, we looked into the deep teachings of Stoicism that tell us that we have control over how we react to life's problems. We also talked about how to use rejection to grow as a person and become more resilient. Remember that if someone special doesn't seem to notice you, it's important to stay calm, show confidence, and not take their lack of interest personally. Instead of seeing rejection as a setback, see it as a chance to show how deep your mental and emotional depth really is. It's about respecting others' boundaries while leaving an indelible mark with your polite response. It's not just about romantic relationships. This is a philosophy that applies to all parts of life and relationships. Please like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more content that helps you handle life's challenges with poise and confidence. Don't be shy about sharing your stories and insights in the comments section below. They could greatly help someone else going through the same things. Before you go, make sure to watch the suggested video that's now showing up on your screen. Once more, thanks for watching and for your support. If we learn and grow from each setback, it can lead to a bigger and better next step. Stay strong on your journey and use every failure as a chance to get better. Next video will be up soon.